Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another video, and today we're going to be doing my overall review for the Season 33 prize track. So I just wanted to do a separate video talking about this particular addition to the game that was of course added last year and has recently just finished. Now, I love this addition to the game, so I think it's vital to really actually kind of break it down and let's look at it as a whole. Now, I've reviewed each individual part, obviously because they come out month after month, and sometimes there was like a big break between the first two prizes and the third prize. I will admit that was a bit slow, and I kind of wish that maybe they didn't restrict themselves to 5 prizes. They could always do 10 or even like 7 or 8. There's nothing to say they have to do 5 just because that's what the standard mini event is. So in terms of like my minor complaints, that would be a big thing, is in between the second prize and the third prize. I feel like there was too long of a wait time. But let's get into the structure and then we'll review each individual item. So structure-wise, this update was fairly simple and easy to get. Now, what tends to happen is you have to collect 40 stars or so. I think it's 40 each time. I think it was 40 the first time, 40 the second time, 20 the third time, 40. So, yeah, most of the time it's 40 stars you have to collect, which is fairly easy. You just send your characters on the tasks, and then there's also a few sort of character tasks that you have to do separately to that. So nothing too difficult, and there is plenty of time, especially with the breaks in between the different parts. There was plenty of time to actually achieve each prize. So in terms of the structure, there's no complaints. It's very easy. If anything, there's like no effort in in it at all. It is the most simple, straightforward, easy to achieve thing that they could have done, and I'm glad that they have done that, because normally with episode tie-ins, it used to be that they give you a free item or an item that's cash, something easy to get. And then they shifted to be like, okay, we're going to give premium items and one free item. And then at some parts in episode tie-ins, they used to just give a premium item. And I was a little opposed to that. So I'm kind of glad that now they've basically allowed everyone to get these items, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm very happy with the structure. I think it is very easy to get, so zero complaints there. Great structure. Although, if I could make another minor complaint, it is pretty much just a mini update again. Like, it's a mini update within the game, and the structure is very repetitive. So although it is easy to get, it could have been nice to get something a little different for this sort of special thing. The Season 33 prize track. It's a new thing, a special thing, kind of a blast from the past. It would have been nice if they could have maybe switched the structure up, but it is easy at the moment, so like I said, very minor complaint, nothing too big. So I'm going to briefly talk about all the prizes individually, and we'll discuss my opinions on them. Obviously, I've done a part review for each part, so go there if you want more in depth. Sasha Reed, for a starter, I think Sasha Reed was a bit of a bland character. She was okay, her animations are fine, I don't think they're anything amazing. I think she's a step above meh for me. I mean, her actual character in the show isn't that interesting either, so that's partly to blame. But yeah, not a character I was very, very thrilled to get. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But it's definitely not one I would complain about. I still think she's solid enough. I just don't love her, basically. So that's Sasha Reed. The Parasite house is fine. Again, I like the sort of look at it. I like how complex it is looking, and it's quite similar to the one from the film, which is parodying, of course, which is Parasite, if you didn't guess from the name. Yeah, it's a fine enough building. Again, nothing I love. I can't say I think it's amazing, but I definitely like it. It's cool enough. So yeah, thumbs up there. The cabins at Honeymoon Mountain was the third prize. Again, another building. It goes character, building, and then character building, which I also probably should mention at the end. I'll mention it here. I love that fact as well. We didn't just get a crappy singular decoration. We got given, 3 buildings and 2 characters. That's so generous. So I love that aspect as well. This building, though, I think is okay. I like it. I think I don't know. I'm sort of iffy on it, because that last building, I'm still a little torn on it. I saw the elevation of it, like how the sort of the strip is kind of a little elevated of the land. So part of me likes that, and part of me doesn't like that. But in terms of this building, maybe it's my favorite. I'm not sure. I need to like sort of really. I need to let it sit for a bit. But this building is very nice. Well, it's very rustic. It looks very crappy, but it's still a nice building regardless. I think it fits very easily into like a forest area. It's easy to blend in and to sort of make work within a design. So definitely extremely easy to design. So yeah, no, I like this one a lot. So that's the cabins at the Honeymoon Mountain. Miss Peyton is maybe a step above Sasha Reed, but still not one I'm very thrilled with. I think in the episode I think she's a bit... I don't like her that much. I think she's okay, but nothing like Edina Krabappel. Not Edina Krabappel level. She's alright, though. In terms of her translation into the game, I think questline-wise, it's fine. Tasks-wise and animations-wise, it's fine. Again, like I said, maybe a step above Sasha Reed, but nothing too much better than her. I think she is a little bit... She stands out a little bit more from Sasha Reed, but... Yeah, it's just weird. This one I'm a little iffy on because this is meant to be Edna Krabappel's permanent replacement, so I'm just curious if we might learn more about her in the future and if that could maybe affect the way that she's been added into the game. You know, when Tapped Out started, there had been years and years of Simpsons, so a lot of the characters that were added had, you know, obvious tasks. I can think of a few others, though, like Sarah Wiggum was added into the game before she had, like, a really, really big episode in the later seasons, and it didn't really affect it that much. I mean, it didn't really matter, so maybe it won't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But, yeah, it's cool to get her at least. I think she's okay. Like I said, step above Sasha Reed, but nothing amazing. And then finally, the Golden Exits Retirement Farm. I kind of like this building. I know people have said it looks very similar to other buildings. I kind of disagree. I think it stands out well enough on its own. I can understand it looks a little bit like a lot of... It's a building that definitely would fit in the Heights, basically. It does look like a Heights building. It does look a bit similar to some of the Heights buildings we got in the past. But I do think it stands up on its own at the same time. Yeah, it's got a nice looking design. I'm a little iffy on the elevation of the land, how like sort of around the edges the land is a little elevated. It looks very weird, but then part of me kind of likes it because it makes it stand out a bit more. I'm still not sure. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on it. Yeah, I don't know where I would put it. Maybe below the cabins. I'm not sure. It's an iffy one. But because I can somewhat agree, and once I've sort of tried to do a design for it, I can kind of see where you're coming from with the whole land elevation. It does look a bit weird. Yeah. It's alright though. It's a nice enough final prize. I would have liked it if a character was final prize, but I can't complain too much just because we've already got 2 characters, so they couldn't have given us a 3rd character. It tends to just be how the episodes are sort of released as well. I don't understand though what makes them pick a particular episode. It'd be interesting to know, like maybe why they pick one episode over another, because it might be interesting to maybe look through the entirety of season 33 once it all airs and pick out one thing from every episode they missed. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pick one thing from every episode they missed in season 33. That could be an interesting video to do. So yeah, I might do that. So in terms of the Season 33 prize track, overall, I have loved it. I think it's been a great addition to the game. Definitely has sort of lit a spark that was needed to be lit, really. Episode tie-ins, when they went away, it was quite sad, so it's nice that they finally have brought them back. And all we can hope for now, the big sort of takeaway from this, is we need a Season 34 prize track. Because this might be all well and good, but if this is just a 1 year... 1 year and a bit sort of, well, I guess it is 1 year technically. 1 year, if this is just like a 1 year thing and we're not going to get it later this year again, then I will be a bit disappointed because I have really loved this and I actually implore them, I beg them, please keep this. And there will be a video where I will discuss that in further detail, maybe tomorrow. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your overall opinion on the Season 33 prize track, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.